with the NDC Member of Parliament for the South Dike constituency, Rockson Nelson Dafeamekpor, who has filed a writ at the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the directive by the President that Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives should be in an acting position now. He's seeking that the Supreme Court indeed rules that particular directive is unlawful. He joins me on the telephone. Good evening to you. Thank you for your time this evening. You dwell on Article 2431 and 2462 of the 1992 Constitution. 2431 specifically states that there shall be a district chief executive for every district who shall be appointed by the president with the prior approval of not less than 2/3, goes on and on. Is it on the basis of this that the unlawful or illegal directive of the president, you describe it, is what is you're seeking in court?
Hello, the line is very bad, but I think I can. Hello? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I didn't hear the question.
I was asking specifically about the four reliefs that you're seeking. You quote Article 2431 and 2462 of the 1992 Constitution. Is it on the basis of this that you describe the president's directive to the MMDCES to act as unlawful?
That is correct.
And so, in the absence of this directive, what could the president have done now that there are no substantive MMDCES?
But thank you very much. The president is mandated by law to make appointments. Indeed, appointments are part of the functions of office. And so if a newly sworn-in president decides to ask persons to represent his interests in state institutions pending the appointment of substantive office holders, I think that we are supposed to have a very reasonable period within which that ought to be done. Now, if you look at the letter directing these persons who held office as DCEs during his first term to continue in office, paragraph 3 of the 11th January letter was very clear. It says that they ought not to take policy decisions. And my brother, at the end of March this year, we approved of government's own budget for implementation of government programs and policies for the year 2021. We're in August. So how are these policies being implemented at the district level? Because the letter that is asking them to represent the interests of the president is in the same context, gagging them from taking policy decisions. So clearly, whether or not the president decides to make appointments, for me, is immaterial. What I'm saying is that the letter, the 11th of January letter, asking persons who were DCEs during his first term to continue in office is unconstitutional. You are either a DCE or you are not. Our constitution has no place for an acting DCE because the procedure enshrined in Article 243 subclause 1 is very clear. Because the office of a DC is a constitutional one, and the president is mandated in law to make appointments to those offices. So the president ought to make nominations. When the nominations are done, that's not the end. The members of the district assembly have a role to play in confirmation of the nomination. So the law says that 2/3 of members of the assembly present and attending the meeting ought to vote to confirm the nomination of this person. When the confirmation is that is not the end. The judge or the magistrate of the area is supposed to swear in this confirmed nominee of the president. When the confirmation, you take the oath of office, that is not the end.
So even
the president, again, is supposed to give to this person the scroll of office or the warrant of office in order to go and function as a DC. And if you look at subclause 2, the duties of a DC are again enshrined in the Constitution. So if you give a mere letter by a chief of staff to ask persons to go to the assemblies and act, that is wrongful in law.
So that directive of them to act, even at the behest of the president, does not in any way supersede or take the place of this particular provision, even in the absence of substantive MMDCEs. That's a point you make.
Exactly. And so the president ought to have acted with dispatch and get these persons quickly nominated, confirmed by the assembly, sworn into office, given warrant of office, and for them to perform their constitutional duties as enshrined in Article 243, subclause 2.
I see. But would you, members of parliament, have you asked of the minister, local government, exactly why the appointment of these MMDCs has delayed that much?
We have asked questions, and what they will tell you that they are vetting applicants. They have opened the nomination process to other persons to apply. That is very democratic. But we cannot allow a president to use 1 year to perform his constitutional duties. It's unacceptable.
Right. Honorable Rockson Dafeamekpor, thank you. Thank you for your time this evening. I appreciate it.